Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably going to be the most informative video you've watched on 2K. This is how to consistently make your reds. Now, I know what you're thinking. Marauder, how do you consistently make 70%? Do you know what the answer to that is? I don't. But, with that being said, I shoot 67%, and I shoot these crazy shots. These shots are not... I wouldn't say they're not good shots. I'm going to go into when to shoot these little nuances, if you will, on when's a good time, how to make them, etc., etc., etc. First off, shots like that, right? To me, the biggest thing is getting over the mental block, right? I shoot shots like this the same way I would shoot a wide open catch and shoot in the corner. You have to shoot all your shots the same. This, look at that. That shot, what do you think that is? That is an open. Yes, Mike Wang, I don't know, that is an open, right? Two guys jumping at me now, I get it, I'm a lefty, I'm in the corner. Nonetheless, that should not be an open. That shot right there, I'm shooting it the same way. You have to shoot all your shots the same. The most important thing, this is probably the most important part of the entire video. Team momentum. It's like, I'm sure all y'all played sports in real life. You know when that momentum's going, it's like, okay, we were up by 10, and then all of a sudden we can't score. In baseball, football, basketball, all these sports, all of a sudden you could feel the momentum's gone. That's the same thing in 2K. I don't know how to describe it, but if your team, like, I swear, like, my teammate gets a steal, I'm chucking the ball. I don't know, I feel like I get a boost. If you make two shots, or I've obviously talked about Green Machine, I think Green Machine is the best badge in this game. If you look at the top right corner, and I clip it off kind of early, but Green Machine is activated on 95% of my shots. Green Machine, if you don't know, it's activated when you make two shots in a row. You make two shots in a row, all of a sudden your Green Machine's activated. You turn into a demigod. And when you start getting these steals and stuff, you can feel the momentum. When you start scoring, I don't know why, I don't know how this is a thing. It's not programmed. 2K doesn't talk about this. And tell me if you guys feel this too, because when I miss a shot, I'm like, dang, like, I'm not gonna chuck a red again. But when I make a yellow, when I make a wide open, it's like, okay, you have to heat check it immediately. You have to have confidence. You have to, and with this jump shot, you want a high release point, but you have to think you're open. And a lot of these shots, like that, that looks super contested. It's only a 15% with my badge. That's a gimme. That's a layup, right? So you have to have the right mentality. And when your team is going, that's the time to shoot these shots. Like, obviously, a lot of these games are blowouts. You know why they're blowouts? Because I shoot shots like this. If I wanted to shoot 90% from 3, I could. But I shoot stuff like this. I'm not saying that, like, this is... I am saying this is the most effective way to play the game. Look at the score in all these games. Now, granted, this game, like, we were down, but, little 80%, to cut the deficit. I'm playing with randoms in all these clips, or at least in 90% of these clips. Just look at the score. These are tough shots, man. Tough shots, and you want to get... How you get better at them, you have to realize the momentum. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. I know that's not what you guys want to hear. When you get a steal, when you get a rebound, when you just create a shot, your green window opens up. Tell me if anyone else... Like, look, right here, steal. All of a sudden, like, look at this score, man. Look at the score. Look at my stat. It's the... we're in the first quarter still. A+ release height. Very, very, very important to making your reds. Shooting the same way. And most importantly, Green Machine and momentum. It's huge. Look at the score. These are all blowouts. These are all with randoms. Look, we're up by 50. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm shooting it the same way. So shoot the ball the same way. For those of you who think I'm saying, I've got live streams up of me hitting 95%, with my hand cam. Okay, it's not like, it's definitely not zenning, I've got Cameras up, You have to shoot it the same way. You have to realize the momentum. You see right there, we get a steal or something like that. Boom, the ball's going. I don't know how to explain it. Look, rebound or something like that. Ball's going up. Ball's going up. I got my green machine going. Look, right here, steal. I'm telling you, for whatever reason, you get a steal. Your team gets a steal. You make a couple shots in a row. Your green window gets so big. Right here, I'm pretty sure I got a steal. Ball's going up. Right here, I got my badge. I got my green machine. The ball's going up. It's just like real life. I don't know how to explain it. Look, right here, that's a green machine shot. Obviously, I made my first 2 shots. Obviously, I was shooting 100%, so I make 2 in a row. Look at that! Look, don't be afraid to shoot. A+ release height. Ride the momentum. Green machine and steals, rebounds. You're playing good defense. Just start shooting whatever. If you guys found this informative, like, comment, share. Send this to someone who can't shoot. Send this to a guard who you want to play like this. Listen. Like, I know you guys are listening. 90% of my subs are sending me reds, If you don't take it from me, take it from the subs. My subs, back me up in the comments, man. Because I know, I play with my subs in streams, and I got dudes hitting 70% on my team. I'm getting carried. If you guys learned anything from this, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to 2K. I appreciate all you. I really do. From the bottom of my heart. And yeah, have a good weekend, y'all. Have a good weekend. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.